Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Phoebe, aka Bobby, and today we're taking it back to a place that I love so nearly and dearly. It's these British bad boys. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching After. Now, I have had the pleasure of already seeing this movie, but it was a while ago, so I don't really remember bits and pieces, and I feel like I probably just half-heartedly watched them. So today I'm going to really try and give it another chance and really commentate as much as possible, so it might give me a new outlook on this film. After I watched and reacted to My Fault London, I thought I would never watch this film again, because how can you compare Oscar-worthy level type movie to Netflix original? Do you get me? I'm not being mean, and I'm going to go into this as unbiased as I possibly can. So instead of me babbling on, let's get to watching the freaking movie, am I right? Let's go.
Moments we keep going back to.
Wattpad Studio Productions is crazy. I checked, this movie came out in 2019. I was 19 at the time. And I can remember not watching the film straight away when it came out. Even if I did watch it, I didn't want anybody to know that I'd watched it. And it was because it was like a Wattpad story turned movie. And little me at 19 did not want to admit that that I still dabbled in that world. I didn't want to, and I didn't want anybody to know. And I thought, if I watch this movie and people know, people are going to be like, what are you doing still on Wattpad, girl? And I would have said, I'm lonely and I feel safe there. Now, this was before I discovered Kindle Unlimited, which thank God I did, because I was, at this point, I was sort of like getting out of Wattpad, being like, this seems too like childish for me. I need something more mature. That's when I finally deleted the app and decided to be a grown woman.
Hi, I'm Tessa. Come in, we're not gonna bite. Oh, sorry. So this is my mom and...
I never went to college in the UK. We call that university. I went to a dance college, which is very different. There was no like partying and hooking up and getting wasted, and it was, you wake up at like 5:30 and make sure your hair's tight in a belly bun to get ready to be at that bar, not before hitting morning cardio. So I never lived this fantasy, so I don't really know if people at this age, and especially because this is an American college, I don't know what American people really are like. I've only met a few in my time, and I don't know whether this is like normal and on brand, and all the Americans watching it be like, yeah, this is just how like 18, 19 would act. I think that's the problem. It feels too acty, and not to compare it to My Fault London, but I'm going to. It felt very organic, and the people just felt like real people, which is what I loved about it. Whereas this, it feels like they're a bunch of actors and they've been told, you're bad girls, you're vaping, and you're like edgy. And that's what they're doing. It doesn't feel real. So my girl Pia Mia being like, come in, we don't bite, to a literal mother. And then her just like taking the vape and like looking at them both like this. I don't know. I feel like they're doing too much to show that like, oh, Tessa's not like these girls and the mum isn't going to approve and it's so different from what she's used to. I think it could be done in a more subtle way that would be more believable.
I love you, my baby. Going. See you later.
These students are also chill when they leave for college. When I left, when my parents dropped me off at my house and we moved all my stuff in to go to dance college, I was weeping like a little baby. I was like, Mama, don't leave me here. I don't like it.
What's with all the old books? Who brings books to college? Bookish vibe. I like that. Alright, I'm out. Okay, bye.
The dialogue feels very Wattpaddy, but then at the same time, what can you expect from a Wattpad book? So I don't know. I don't want to judge too hard, because it is what it is. Point blank period. But like, oh, like the bookish vibe, like we don't need to be told that So many things we don't need to be told. We can clearly see she's not like you girls. She's more reserved, actually there to study and educate. You can see it through costume, you can see it through props, you can see it through acting. We're not dumb. We don't need to be told it. Do you get me? Horror. Quickly.
No, ma'am.
Horror. Like I just literally just said, they have to show this stuff through costume to show that, oh, she's more like reserved and ooh, and oh, I'm a good girl. But it always annoys me because in like books and stuff, usually if she is more on the quiet side or she's nerdy or smart, which I hate even saying nerdy, but through like how they describe how they dress or wear their hair or whatever, it really frustrates me because why can you not be smart and want to be a hard worker and also dress like a bad bitch? You know, you can be both. I'm living proof. I've said this before also, but I like to put myself in the position of the lead girl. I want to feel like I can be her and I can relate to her because I want to imagine that it's me, because that makes it more fun. And I guess I'm just frustrated because I would not be caught dead in anything like that.
Couple of early birds, huh?
That would be me. The fear of being late. My heart's racing now.
Honestly, I insist.
No, I insist.
No, honestly.
No, my mother raised me to be.
Okay.
And she did. King. Love him.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Are you an
And welcome to Econ 101. This might be the most
important class you take yet.
Boring.
Everyone
God, I made myself actually yawn.
Yeah, Ralph.
Oh, I remember this scene. Oh God, I'm not ready to talk about this guy.
I'm in the right room. I've been minding my own business.
Okay, well, whoever.
I've been minding my own business.
I'm trying to picture this one at a party.
You're not gonna stay in here forever, right?
I was gonna try and let the scene play out and then I was gonna pause it, but look. In my Fault London reaction, I had some choice words about my boy Harden here. And you know what? Some people got mad in the comments, which was kind of funny. So I'll reiterate quickly what I was saying. The actor is British. He's from the UK, but I think his British accent's really fake. In this, I think it's really unbelievable, which I know sounds crazy because it's his actual accent. I've not listened to any interviews of him speaking just how he is, so I don't know whether he sounds exactly the same or whether he's changed his voice slightly in this. And I can remember people, not everybody, but a lot of people, not a lot of people, who do I think I am? A few people got the backs up a little bit about it, and I can't lie, you were acting as if he's your flipping boyfriend. Huns, he doesn't know who you are, so you don't need to protect him. He's fine by me having this opinion, nor does he care. Just for some reason, I find his British accent so unbelievably cringy in this, and it sounds like an American putting on a British accent, and I don't know why. But also him being like, oh, I can't imagine this one going to a party. You don't know me, bro. You don't know me. I know her and I know that she doesn't do this, but you don't know her, bro. Back off.
Bet it was all a dream.
Actually, it was all a lie.
We love that foreshadowing, don't we? Brava.
See you again. I'll have a reg.
Also, quickly, I didn't think I was going to speak so much about the costuming, but apparently I am. Like I was saying, how they're styling Tessa, how they're styling Harden. Bad boy. Black leather jacket. It's a bit predictable and sort of just a stereotype. You bad boy, you wear black leather jacket and black ripped skinny jeans and rings and you have tattoos. You bad boy. I feel like they're just trying to overdo it and overdo the stereotypes in order for us to understand that he's dangerous. The movie and the plot and hopefully his acting and more context throughout the film will show us that. And I just think it doesn't matter what he wears, it's more the aura and the acting that he brings that shows us that he's a bad boy. Will his acting do that for me? Maybe not. And to bring it back to My Fault London, I loved the costuming. Obviously it's more recent, so it's more today's fashion. Maybe I'm stretching too much. I just miss My Fault London, to be honest. I might need to watch it later tonight. He's cute. I'm not blind. He's very handsome. I would look too.
Truth or dare?
Isn't this a kid's game?
Not the way we play.
Hey, Tessa.
I forgot about her. The acting isn't great. There, I said it. I did say it. I said it. To be fair, I think the lead girl is quite good, but the girl who's playing the mean girl, I can't remember her name in the movie, but she heard that her character was a mean girl and she took that and she ran with it. And like every line is like, where did you find this girl? Let's play truth or dare, not how we play it. There's a lot more to being a mean girl than just being very like direct and harsh with how you speak and like lifting your eyebrow and looking somebody up and down. She's doing too much for me personally, that she's not intimidating and she's not reminding me of like the girls that used to scare me at school. And this is how you see like certain actors and then like actors that, you know, got on to, I don't know, win like Oscars and stuff. Usually their performance is a lot more interesting to watch and it's a lot more subtle in a lot of ways. It feels like they're doing less but they're actually doing more, and she's doing too much and actually showing one thing. And I think from what I can remember, her performance is just like this the entire movie. There's no peaks and valleys, there's no ups and downs. Usually an actor would probably look at the character and be like, try and give them a backstory and be like, oh, what made them become this mean girl? Maybe they were bullied when they were younger and hurt people and that's why, and she's got these walls up. And having that sort of story and arc from an actor's perspective would then probably make the performance more interesting, because then it's going to show more emotional range, and hopefully throughout the film you'll see more of an arc, even from like a side character who maybe hasn't been given much plot or dialogue or hasn't been given much of a backstory. An actor can give that for themselves, and I don't think that she's done that for herself, sweetie. Oh my god, Riao, I'm being so critical today. I can't help it. Obviously this is all just my opinion, so please like don't attack me. It's just what I think personally. God, I went on a tangent then. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Are you a virgin?
Wow, that's some top-notch acting right here.
Wait, are you a virgin?
I can see why my girl's not had many gigs after this movie.
And yes, she is a bitch.
Dare you to make out with Hart.
I would literally just kick him in the balls.
Do you want to do this?
I'd go, no, and then I'd kick him in the balls, and then I'd go, bitch. He is cute though, to be fair. If I'm being completely honest, I would kiss him. Because he is cute. The British flag, just to let us know if we weren't sure, because his accent's a bit, you know, he is in fact British.
You looking for something?
Yeah, you.
What are you doing in my room, Tessa?
Your room.
Yes.
Yeah, did you not see the British flag? I mean, to be fair, actually, if I was her and I watched the room and I saw that massive British flag, I'd go, oh, it's probably Hada's room. No? Or maybe I just overanalyze and look at everything. I am a bit of a snooper at parties, I can't lie. Well, when I used to go to like house parties, I don't really go to them anymore because I'm an adult. If the door's open, I'm gonna go look at not snooping, but I decided to look around. I think I was a bit of a bad girl. One time I had a party and then some people ended up inviting more people without my permission, and then a bunch of people came who I did not want in my house, and then like we had to like threaten them with like the police and stuff. It was pretty sick. It actually wasn't. I was terrified and I cried to my mum and dad afterwards because I felt so bad. So I never had a party again. But anyway, let's get back to the movie.
Are we still playing?
Ugh.
Because I think you owe me a dad.
Crazy. You have a boyfriend, girl. He must have some magnetic energy and aura about him that is not translating through the screen, because the way she has a boyfriend and she has all of these like morals and standards, and she just was ready to risk it all for that guy. Bad boy.
Throwing herself at him? He was pursuing her.
She's clearly not satisfied with her life and is looking for excitement wherever she can get it. Well, I think that it's obviously on his head that she had any feelings for him at all.
Clearly at the end then, she's not talking about Darcy and Pride and Prejudice. She's talking about them too. But it's a bit of a reach, isn't it, girl? You've met this guy once. Had any feelings? Feelings for a guy you've met once and really only had one conversation with? Either you're very naive and fall way too easily for guys, or maybe the movie needed to show more before them having this argument with each other. Instead, it makes me go, why are you saying that? You look desperate and you look dumb. If there's any people who subscribe to me or watch other videos and you've seen my Maxton Hall videos, there is a couple of scenes very similar to this in that series. Oh, and it's done so beautifully. A lot better than this, I can't lie. The hatred, but also like the want and the frustration, because you know they're getting under each other's skin and they're pushing each other's buttons, but then they like each other, they love each other. It's so good, and it's probably down to the script, the actors, and just the overall direction, production, shooting, everything. So I'm not just going to blame the actors, I'm going to blame the dialogue from a flipping Wattpad book. What more could we expect? But yeah, if you've not seen Maxton Hall, I can't remember what episodes they were in, but go and look up those scenes, because then you will understand the difference and why this is unfortunately not cutting it for me.
That's just Harden being Harden.
You know him.
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot. He's his stepbrother.
And Harden and I, we tolerate each other, but barely.
His father is the Chancellor.
He's the best actor that I've seen in this series thus far. And I think they changed the actor for the other movies, I'm sure. I don't know if by his choice, maybe he wanted to get out of there. But yeah, we lost a good one this movie. I love him.
Is Noah the only dude you've ever gone out with?
That's sad.
Ow!
Watch it.
Sorry to pause it again, but I think that scene was meant to show Tessa and her roommate's relationship and like friendship, and like, oh, you know, they spend time with each other and enjoy each other's company and are getting closer. But it just wasn't done great, because in that conversation she asked her, oh, is Noah the only guy that you've ever been with? And then the guy's like, oh, that's sad. If we wanted to see like, oh, there's some sort of friendship between them two forming, then her roommate, after he said that, should have gone, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's amazing that you have a long-term relationship, or you've been with her for so long, or no, it's really sweet. Like, she should have defended her and then had a moment between them two to be like, you know, thank you for defending me. And then the audience would go, oh, they're getting closer. Woo. But we didn't. He said that and she asked the question, and then after was just like, yeah, that is kind of sad, basically. It didn't actually show any sort of friendship. They're at the same level as they were when they first met, for me. Do you get what I mean? It's just not doing what it's meant to do, and it's frustrating. It is. And I think for what happens later, which I'm guessing we've all seen the movie, we know what's going to happen, it makes what should be such like a gut punch, and especially not just for what Harden does, but obviously her friends knowing. It makes it less impactful because are these even really your friends? We've not seen that.
I think that it's better if we keep our distance.
She's so extra. So, one, that's probably like the best part of the entire film. When she says, you know, keep her distance, and he steps back and she's like, that, I'm like, that would make me giggle too. I watched this and I was like, I fell for it. That's probably the only time in the movie that I fell for anything. And I swear that they put this part in the trailer because they knew that this was the only thing that was going to sell it to people. What was I going to say? Yeah, I feel like a lot of the people's performances in this is just like one note. It's just very surface level. Especially a character like him that we know has a lot of demons and a lot of, you know, baggage and issues. He should be so flipping complex, bro. And yet, I just feel like from this moment, he's just like in love with her because of what happened. It should be. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm finding it really hard to get my words across. But I just feel like there's no start, middle, end. There's no character arc. There's no choices. And I love a choice. And that's something that my boy Nick in My Fault London did so many times. You could tell that they were probably a choice that he decided to include, and then the director was like, great, we love that, and you know, like capture these little things that are small little nuances, but they just work so well to aid the scene and to aid the character. And you can clearly see that the actor, Matthew Broome, thank you, saw that script and saw that character, and he became that character. He wrote and he analysed and he broke down so much of the character in order to get to a place that when he's filming the scene, he can do little things like that make his character so much more interesting to watch and become so much more invested in. I hope that made sense. I don't know, but I'm clearly very passionate about this.
Welcome to my favourite place.
Welcome to my favourite place.
How about a swim?
How about a swim? Every sentence sounds the same. It's always like the same inflection.
I'm going swimming.
I'm going swimming. It's boring, bro.
Come in.
Come in.
Can wear my t-shirt.
Finally. Can wear my t-shirt. Finally.
It feels amazing.
It feels amazing. And he just goes straight back into saying everything the same way.
I like it better on you.
I like it better on you. I know the little 12-year-olds were feral for this. I probably would have been too. My god, if his hands were in my armpits like that, I'd be like, boom, boom, get off, because I've got such ticklish armpits. I'd be like, ah, don't touch me.
Can I show you something?
What did he show her?
Silence.
Oh.
It's peaceful.
I get that.
You think that's weird?
No, I get that.
Not at all.
She's so into it, like, straight away. And I don't know whether that's just showing her sort of naivety to it all. So, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But, like, right off the bat, she is just into it. There's no real hesitancy. It's more or less just like she's into him, you know? Maybe I would have liked to have seen more of a build into her, like, fully trusting him. And also, you know, she has a boyfriend, but like coming from having a boyfriend, a small town, not having much experience with guys, especially like a bad boy like Harden, you would expect her to be a little bit more reserved, and I feel like she's very much just like in it. But then I guess if her character's meant to be sort of naive, then that's why she's falling for it so easily. So yeah, She is beautiful, by the way. They did a great job casting her because she's just stunning. Like, any guy would fall for her. And he's gorgeous too. Who am I kidding? They're both very good looking people.
I don't think we can ever be just friends.
Just quickly, I think this is sort of the movie's fault as well, because they're not given much to work with. I don't think we could ever just be just friends. They had a brief encounter in her dorm. They stared at each other in a coffee shop. They almost kissed at a party, but even that were a bit, why are you so, like, feral for this man so early on, sis? They fought in the English class, and now they're here. Which, to be fair, that seems like a lot of occasions and scenes now that I'm thinking about it, but it didn't feel, it just didn't feel like enough to then warrant being like, I don't think we can just be friends. There isn't enough tension, there isn't enough yearning, there isn't enough, you know, build up. There isn't enough slow burn. I mean, to be fair, we're half an hour in. I love a slow burn, and I think a slow burn would have worked a lot better for this. Or maybe this is all just personal preference, but this is what I would have preferred, because it just all feels too rushed. And I know that, spoilers, his feelings are not real, but in terms of like her, it's too soon for me. Because at this point, is he feel like, when does he start to actually like her? I don't know. You have a boyfriend, sis. I do not condone cheating. She is feral, girl. She wants it. She wants it bad. You can't be mad at it. Look at her boyfriend, then look at him.
I can find out who you are by sitting here and spending time with you.
Like, my girl is smitten.
What?
What?
And it like hurts me because, girl, have some walls up.
Tessa?
Really?
What's up, bro?
What was that? Were you like embarrassed that they saw us together?
No.
From what I'm guessing, the conversation he just had with his friends was him being like, bro, I can't do this. It's not nice. It's not fair. I'm calling off the bet. Because of who this guy is, Harden, he's a bad boy. He's broken. He doesn't believe in love and feelings and, you know. So after that little rendezvous they just had at the lake, because of that, he now likes her. I don't know, it just feels too soon. Especially for him, I feel like it's more justified for her character to maybe fall a little bit quicker. But for him, the amount of walls that he's probably got up, he should be a little bit harder. Harden should be harder. I don't know, I'm all confused. For him to have like made the dare and to be the one to like come up with it and to agree with it, and just because of like the sort of guy that he should be, for him to then call it off immediately and to like her immediately and to want to be with her immediately, it just seems too rushed for his character. And I would maybe have liked the dare bet thing to go on a bit longer for him to then realise that he's catching feelings for her, instead of them sort of to catch him at the same time, because they're both very different people, so it doesn't make sense for that. I really hope when I watch this back that I'm making some sort of sense, because right now it sounds like Sims language in my head. Oh, the costume people said, how can we make him look like bad boy but also sad boy? Black hoodie, hood up.
Yes. What are you doing, man?
One thing about me is, in movies, I love when men fight, especially over a woman. Not in real life, that is different. Violence is never the answer. But in a movie, I like to indulge in it. And I think it's hot. That didn't do anything for me. That's it. It did nothing for me. I don't know why. Do you know why? If you do, let me know. I don't know. but it didn't. And I'm so easily pleased, so it has to have been such a miss for me to not be pleased by it. And like I just keep on saying, I keep on just saying the same things, but he looks like somebody killed his puppy because he's so hurt, because he wants her so much. But I don't know, he got there too quick for me. I've not seen enough. Like, yeah, she's a nice girl. She's a lovely girl. She's really pretty, and she's a very nice girl. And well, she's a cheater, but other than that, you know, they have a lot in common. She seems to understand him, kind of, but then she doesn't actually know anything about him to understand him because they've not had that yet. So actually, he probably just thinks that she's pretty and he wants to kiss her, and that's why he's so sad. That's not enough. So either we should have been shown more of them two building a relationship to warrant him being so hurt, or his performance should be more of a gradual build instead of him being like, don't like her, to like her.
I can get it.
Damn it.
My God.
Come with me.
Come with me. I think the script and the plot and just everything is just really bad. And it's not helping these actors whatsoever.
I'm a mess.
That you are.
I think that we're both a mess.
How do you know? Because you've not even actually gotten to know each other in any capacity. I think what the thing is here, they both just find each other attractive, and that is a good enough reason for them to want to kissy kiss each other. But the whole, you understand me, you get me, we've not seen that.
You don't ever have to cover up. Not for me.
I just know the little girls are squealing. You don't have to cover up. Not for me. I'm not covering up, bro. Back off. I guess it's young love, and I guess young love is very naive, and it's fast-paced, and it's messy and not perfect. So maybe all of this is justified. I'm trying to be positive. What are you doing here, bro?
Please, can we just go inside and talk?
You didn't seem that upset last night, girl.
I hate myself for what I did to him.
Tessa, it's not your fault.
It is. It is.
It is.
Thank you for holding yourself accountable.
Noah's my best friend.
He's sulking. I want to be your best friend.
You're so much more.
I'm just going to put it down to young love. It's reckless and crazy.
What are you doing, Tessa?
Can I just say, if this was me and he crept up behind me without me knowing and then started speaking in my ear, nobody else, I would be terrified. I would scream. I would cause a scene. I potentially would punch him in the face. For protection, of course.
Learning about the stars.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you have any idea how beautiful you are right now?
Aw, sweet. The chemistry is good between them.
Called all day. Tessa? Mom?
Oh my god.
So this is how you spend your time instead of going to class?
No!
I think I should go.
You think?
Has she not been going to class? Or has she been going to class and just, you know, having fun?
You're gonna break up with this boy, and you are gonna focus on...
But has she not been focusing on school? Because we've not seen that. Are her grades slipping? Is she getting distracted? And I think it'd be much better for us to see that in the little montage thing, I guess. I mean, I know that she was like looking at the stars, but I thought she was just doing that because like she wanted to. It's fun. I don't think that's a class that she's taking. If she's doing like, I don't know, like business or economics or something, that doesn't require you to look at the stars. So it would have been nice to have seen her getting distracted by him with like work, like schoolwork, homework, skipping classes. Unless I'm just dumb and I zoned out and it did show us that, but I don't know. I'd rather see it than just be told it and then have to just accept that that's what's been happening. Yeah.
If I leave now, you're cut off.
Okay, I'll break up with him, fine. Please, I need your money. I need your money, please, please, please. That would be me. No boy is worth this right here. Calm down, bro. You're a rich, good-looking, white man. You shouldn't look like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Not saying that he doesn't have issues and problems, because we know that he does. But if his dad has all this money, and I'm sure his dad gives him money, could he not give some of that money to his mum himself to help? Maybe he does, I don't know. I don't know.
And not one, but two brilliant sons, Hardin and Landon.
Landon.
People change.
Clearly, it still doesn't change what happened.
Have you considered therapy at all? You have the money. I don't know if I ever watched any of the other films. I can't remember how many afters there is, but I feel like I don't, because when I'm trying to think about what happens later, I can't really remember anything unless I've just erased them from my memory. I mean, he's way too codependent on her. He literally needs her to be happy. He needs to be happy with himself, firstly, and above anything else. Oh, his dimple's cute. I love a dimple.
I want you now.
Ooh.
That one.
I
have no idea.
Good at this, yeah.
Okay, just
Wait. I liked that. His accent sounded amazing then. It sounded real. I think his real accent slipped out instead of this fake British one he's putting on. Wait. It felt almost improvised because it felt real. It felt like it was just an off-the-cuff thing that he decided to do, and then they kept it in because it was cute and it worked. I think an entire movie should feel like it should just feel real. So we're gonna watch that again because I enjoyed that. So let's see if I enjoy it the second time round.
I have no idea.
Good at this, yeah.
I'm really good at this, yeah. If you would have just spoke like that throughout the whole film, oh my god, this could have been a very different reaction for me, because that is making me giggle a little bit. It's making me feel it. One more time.
I have no idea.
Good at this, yeah.
Finally, you get me. That really worked for me. I can give compliments where compliments are due, and it's due there. That felt like that wasn't written on the script. He just improvised that line. That's what it felt like. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that he did improvise that line, because it feels very much like what a British person would say. The writer of the book, I'm guessing, was American. I don't think she would write that. Or whoever, I don't know if they created a script. Well, obviously they created a script for this. So whoever created the script, I don't think that an American person would write that. That seems like an authentic thing that a British person would say. It seems so small, but that, yes. The nuances and the small little details and the choices, they really do it for me. Loved that. That's very sweet. Oh, that's very sweet. You look adorable. Arguably for me, the best scene of the entire movie. That to me felt the most organic, the most real, the most easy watching. It got the biggest reaction out of me. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm 25, but I'm still a girl. I'm still a giggly little girl that loves a little bit of love. I do. And that to me was perfect. I loved it. No notes. Great scene. I just wish the rest of the movie could have been like that.
How's it going? I haven't seen you since like the bonfire. How's Hardin? You told me you guys have been hanging out. Yeah. Cool. Hardin does what Hardin does.
That scene was just pointless to me because you see, you go from a great scene like the bathtub scene, and then you get a scene like that, and you go, oh.
No.
What didn't you tell me?
Nothing. Do you trust me?
Of course I do.
Then what's the problem?
Ooh, let's not manipulate now. There clearly is a problem.
Jeez, just tell me where he is.
Maybe he's at Blind Bob's.
Pointless scene. What was the point of that? She already saw the messages which said where to meet, so there was no need for that scene.
I've been living with Hardin off campus.
I know you two were that serious.
Yeah, we are.
But you're such good friends, aren't you? So why wouldn't you know that? The movie was trying to make her think that they're really good friends, so why would she know that?
Tessa was just telling us the latest.
My god, she's horrendous.
Molly, shut up.
Shut up.
Make her fall in love with me. And then turn it off.
It was all a game. Is that true?
This had the potential to be a good plot twist and scene. At the end of the day, the mean girl and the two guys do not care about her, do not owe her anything, barely spent any time with her besides at like pies. And when they have, like, the interactions haven't been great. There could have potentially been like a really good conflict between her and the ex-roommate, but we didn't see enough of a friendship between them to warrant her being so hurt about her. Like, I don't care. It's not nice, sure, but like, I don't care because the stepping stones weren't put in place before this scene to make it an actual climactic scene, and to it to have that punch and hit hit as hard as what it could have. Just sort of like this. Yeah.
That was all before.
Before what? Could you let me know when you started to get feelings? Because through your acting I couldn't tell. It seemed like you always had feelings.
You said nothing to change the way you felt about me.
Bro, don't gaslight her. This relationship's already so toxic. Oh wait, I remember this. And I could almost see that written out on the script. Hardin looks distressed, stood in the rain, and then brushes his fingers through his hair. In angst. Did the mother not check on her once throughout the whole thing? Because I know she's obviously mad with her, but it painted the picture that they were extremely close. They only had each other. They were each other's best friends who like relied on each other, especially when the dad left. And then she just easily cut her off and didn't care at all to just make sure that she was okay. Seems off to me. Great casting though. I should have said that earlier. I mean, that girl quite literally could be her mother. But this just also shows how this relationship is very much doomed, more so because of him. Because yeah, she's heartbroken. Can you blame her? It was all a lie. But she's still got so much other things in her life that makes her happy and feel fulfilled. And one of those things is the English major, the writing, and she still has like things to look forward to and things to like help get her mind off of it, such as applying for the internship, going to that, her mother, I guess. Whereas he is stuck now because she's the only thing that makes him happy. That's not good, sis. You need to have other things or people in your life. And just being like with yourself, you need to be good with yourself. And he's clearly not with anything, not with his family, not with his friends, and not with himself. And the only person that makes him feel like life is worth living is her. And that's why he's currently stuck, sad little boy, not doing anything. And she's moving on with her life. And I'm guessing that's just going to be a common theme throughout the other films as well, is she's going to constantly be trying to progress to do the next thing, to like live her dreams, and he's like, you are my dream, my only dream is you, Tessa. And that's just not a healthy relationship whatsoever. So, period.
That love was something fictional, but that has all changed since I met my Elizabeth Bennet. Completely and utterly consumed by another until her
But I don't think that's a good thing.
led me out of the darkness and showed me that whatever our souls are made of,
But now,
hers and mine, are the same. You once asked who I loved most in this world.
it should be yourself. He was right the first time. You should love yourself.
It's you.
Nah. Maybe as a teenager you think that way, but when you get older and you realise life is hard, you realise that you need to find that love from within, sweetie. You cannot rely on somebody else to fill that void. Away from this bitter love, love, love. Never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we started kissing, I found you. That was the movie After. After watching that, I genuinely cannot remember whether I have seen any of the other films. I feel like maybe, but I might have started watching it and then turned it off. I don't know. It had some good things. It had a couple of good things that makes me sad, because if the whole movie was like that, it could have been a great movie. But then at the same time, it's probably catered towards young teenage girls, but then also that's kind of worrying, because then they're going to idolize this sort of relationship, which is not good whatsoever. This is not a good representation of what a healthy relationship is like. But then I feel like it also does show young puppy love, naive love, first love, you know. Also, I'm gathering from like what other people have said, because I've not felt that myself personally. But I think this movie is a good movie to put on in the background if you're sort of like doing other things and you just want to dip in and out. It's great for that. My consensus is I don't really know what to think or say, because do I think it's a good film? No. Do I think that if it's, you know, catering towards those young girls or those girls that, you know, like the Wattpad books, then like it does and achieves what it needs to do, and for that I will give you a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. I will see you next time, because I believe the next video I will be doing will be Maxton Hall season 2. Yay! Bye.